1. Introduction. The power of Stoicism in modern times in today's fast-paced and often chaotic world. It's easy to feel overwhelmed. Life throws countless challenges our way: unexpected setbacks, difficult conversations, personal struggles. In those moments, it can feel like we have little control over how we respond. But what if I told you that at this very moment, you have the power to transform these challenges into your greatest triumphs? What if you could navigate life's storms with a sense of calm and purpose, no matter how chaotic the situation? Is the power of Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy that has empowered countless individuals for centuries to thrive in adversity. Stoicism is not just about enduring hardship or passively accepting life's difficulties. It's about actively engaging with life, embracing challenges, and choosing how we respond to them. At the core of Stoicism lies the idea that while we cannot control external events, we can control our reactions to them. This simple yet profound shift in perspective can transform our everyday experiences. Imagine facing a stressful situation, such as a confrontation at work or an unexpected personal setback. Most of us would react impulsively, allowing frustration, anger, or anxiety to dictate our actions. But the Stoic way encourages us to pause and reflect before responding. It's about creating space between what happens to us and how we choose to react. This conscious response, grounded in reason and virtue, allows us to remain calm, focused, and in control even in the midst of adversity. In modern times, Stoicism is more relevant than ever. With the rise of social media, constant distractions, and a culture of instant gratification, many of us have lost touch with our ability to respond thoughtfully to life's challenges. Instead, we often react impulsively, driven by emotion and external pressures. But Stoicism offers us a way out of this cycle. It teaches us to live with intention, to cultivate inner peace, and to focus on what truly matters. In this video, we'll explore how Stoicism can help you become more resilient, more mindful, and more in control of your life. Whether you're dealing with personal challenges, professional struggles, or just the everyday stress of modern living, the wisdom of Stoicism can help you transform your mindset and create lasting change too. What is Stoicism, and why does it matter? Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that emerged in Greece around 300 BCE, founded by Zeno of Citium. It became one of the most influential schools of thought in the ancient world. Despite being centuries old, Stoicism remains incredibly relevant today. At its core, Stoicism teaches us how to live in harmony with nature, develop inner peace, and make wise decisions, regardless of external circumstances, at first glance. Stoicism might seem like a philosophy of resignation, accepting life's hardships without complaint. But this is a misunderstanding. Stoicism is actually about empowerment. It's about taking full responsibility for our reactions, thoughts, and choices, even in the face of challenges. While we cannot control what happens to us, Stoicism asserts that we always have control over how we interpret and respond to life's events. This shift in mindset can have a profound impact on the way we experience the world around us. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is the distinction between things that are within our control and things that are not. The Stoics believe that we should focus all of our energy on the things we can influence: our actions, thoughts, and attitudes, while accepting with equanimity what we cannot change. This means that instead of stressing over external circumstances, like other people's opinions, the weather, or the traffic, we channel our energy toward cultivating our own character and responding to life's challenges with reason and virtue. In a world where external events can feel overwhelming, Stoicism provides a framework for managing our inner world. It teaches us to maintain calm, to practice mindfulness, and to align our actions with our values. For example, if we're faced with a difficult conversation, instead of reacting impulsively with anger or frustration, Stoicism encourages us to pause, reflect, and choose a thoughtful, measured response. The beauty of Stoicism lies in its practicality. It's not a theoretical philosophy, it's a way of living. The Stoics didn't believe that life should be free from challenges. but rather that we should develop the resilience to face these challenges with dignity, wisdom, and courage. By practicing stoicism, we can turn every obstacle into an opportunity for growth, learning, and self-improvement. In today's world, where stress and anxiety are prevalent, stoicism offers us a path to peace. By focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we can't, we can create more balanced, intentional, and meaningful lives. 3. React versus respond. The Stoic perspective in life. There are countless moments that test our patience, our character, and our ability to stay composed. Whether it's a heated argument, a frustrating setback, or a surprise change in plans, the initial urge is often to react impulsively. This automatic reaction, driven by emotion, impulse, and external stimuli, can lead to outcomes we later regret. However, Stoicism offers us a different approach, the art of responding thoughtfully, rather than reacting mindlessly. At its heart, Stoicism teaches us to pause before acting. It encourages us to recognize the space between stimulus, what happens to us, and response, how we choose to act. This pause doesn't mean suppressing our emotions or ignoring our feelings. On the contrary, it's about acknowledging those emotions and using our rational minds to decide the best course of action. This is where the power of Stoicism shines by giving us control over how we interpret and respond to life's events. We can act with intention and purpose, rather than being carried away by instinct or impulse. In the Stoic worldview, we don't have control over what others do or what external events take place. What we can control, however, is how we choose to respond. For instance, if someone insults us or behaves in a disrespectful manner, we can choose to react with anger and frustration, or we can step back, evaluate the situation calmly, and respond with empathy, understanding, or even indifference. It's not about being passive or unfeeling. It's about choosing the response that aligns with our values and long-term goals. The difference between reacting and responding is more than just semantics. It's a crucial distinction. Reacting often involves knee-jerk emotional responses. That can escalate a situation, hurt relationships, and undermine our sense of peace. Responding, on the other hand, involves a deliberate choice to act from a place of self-awareness, reflection, and wisdom. In this way, responding aligns us with our deeper values and priorities. Rather than letting external circumstances dictate our actions, this practice of responding rather than reacting has profound benefits for our mental and emotional well-being. It fosters resilience, allowing us to maintain composure and clarity in the face of challenges. It strengthens relationships by encouraging more thoughtful, empathetic interactions. And it enhances our ability to navigate the complexities of life with grace and wisdom. 4. Why? Responding over reacting matters in a world where we're often bombarded by information, expectations, and external pressures. It's easy to fall into the trap of reacting without thinking. Whether it's a sudden setback at work, a disagreement with a loved one, or even the small irritations of daily life, many of us default to reactive behaviors. But here's the problem. Reacting impulsively doesn't just fail to solve problems. It often makes things worse when we react automatically. We're allowing our emotions, anger, frustration, fear, or anxiety to dictate our actions. In the heat of the moment, we may say things we don't mean, make snap decisions we regret, or escalate conflicts unnecessarily. This reactionary behavior can hurt our relationships, damage our reputation, and increase our stress levels. The long run, it leaves us feeling disempowered, as if we're at the mercy of our emotions and the world around us. Stoicism, however, offers a way out of this cycle. By training ourselves to respond rather than react, we gain back control over our actions. Responding thoughtfully is not about suppressing emotions, or pretending we don't feel anger or frustration. It's about acknowledging these emotions, understanding their triggers, and then choosing a response that aligns with our higher values and long-term goals. In short, it's about exercising emotional intelligence and maintaining the freedom to choose how we engage with the world. So why does this matter? Because responding thoughtfully is directly tied to emotional and mental well-being. When we take a moment to pause, reflect, and choose our response. We protect ourselves from the negative consequences of reactive behavior. This pause gives us the space to ask important questions. What do I want to achieve in this situation? What kind of person do I want to be right now? What response would reflect my values and long-term goals? Moreover, responding over reacting can significantly improve the quality of our relationships. When we choose to respond with patience, understanding, or empathy, we create a space for constructive dialogue rather than conflict. People are more likely to listen and engage positively when they sense that we are calm, thoughtful, and measured. In our approach, in the grand scheme, choosing to respond rather than react allows us to navigate life with greater resilience and peace of mind. We're no longer slaves to our immediate impulses. Instead, we become the architects of our own responses, guided by reason, virtue, and wisdom.